for words, and they stir emotions and feelings across the entire state of Alabama, which can be felt and in many cases starts blood to boiling because rivalries like this define this great sport. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. It's the Auburn Tigers and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Guys, the Tigers head coach told me pregame, one of the things Coach talked to me about was just the importance of getting their quarterback going. This transfer quarterback has been everything they needed and more. They are so grateful they picked him up in the portal. And now today, he is close to going over 3,000 yards for this season. They feel confident with the script. They meet every Friday night to see exactly what plays the quarterback likes. So they are confident they'll get him that mark early in the game. I'll keep you posted to how that looks down here on the field. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Snags it quickly on the left. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Come on, defense. What are we doing? I mean, you can't miss this guy. He's like literally the biggest dude on the field. That time, completely wide open. That's way too easy for the offense. He caught the football. There was nobody even near him. Someone on defense has to locate this guy. They've got to communicate to each other if they're passing off in coverage. You can't let that guy be that wide open.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Brown will throw it. Out wide left, it's Nimrod. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Quick give. It's Ncaa. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. This time they'll throw it. Fires to the wideout. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you can see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got his man on the right. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Auburn lines up quickly. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Caught in the backfield, it's Nimrod. Oh, he's got some space. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
I'll I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a third down and goal.
They worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. Calls his own number. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn.
And how about the wheels for the QB? You could tell, man, he can roll, and they're going to use him. This is just the first drive. You see him going for the touchdown. I imagine we'll see more of that guy running the football with that kind of speed.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. 75 yards on the touchdown drive, and they finished it off with the score from the 4. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll run it to the right side. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. If you're going to play Bama tough, you're going to find out really early if you can handle the running game.
Yeah, they're going to check your chin. I mean, they're going to come in and they're going to give you a steady diet of it. Even when they've had great quarterback play and spread the ball out, it's still a physical principle. They're going to make you stop the run. If you can't stop it, it could be a long game.
Russell throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Rodgers. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
And you know, Alabama at the quarterback spot, obviously, you need that great player. When they've had the great player, these teams have been really, really great. The last couple years, man, you've kind of seen the inconsistencies come out at that spot. So finding that next guy, critically important.
It is critically important. I think what's interesting about Alabama at that quarterback spot, too, is a lot of other programs, they reload the position through the portal. But when you think about Alabama, they kind of grow it internally from guys they've recruited who have waited their turn and then finally show up. Ty Simpson was one of those guys. He waited his turn year after year to get his opportunity. And I think they feel like they've got the guys inside the building already that can take over the spot and lead this team to a national championship.
2nd and long here. Keelan Russell gets a hand in there.
Great job on the back end in coverage. DB staying in the hip pocket of the target, was able to swat that ball away.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Russell. Throws for the tight end. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. They bring the punter onto the field now. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Sends his first one of the day on the way, and we didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job here early in the football game.
After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves. And I think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Fields the punt. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Here comes that Alabama offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. These two rivals first played in 1893, but there was nearly a half-century, guys, when they didn't play each other because they got in a fight over, among other things, gate receipts.
Yeah, listen, I've been lucky enough to broadcast this game before, and I'll never forget being at Bryant-Denny Stadium and just feeling the energy. It was just completely different versus anything I'd ever seen in college football before. David, there's a different meaning to this game for both of these schools in the state of Alabama.
Yeah, and it's just different because I think being in the state, like fans are around each other all year long. Players are around each other all year long. The Iron Bowl is a civil war of hate between each other all year long, and they get to settle it on a big stage every year.
The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Going to field this one in tight quarters. Never had a chance. What coverage to get down there and knock him down inside the 10. First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. Hits the hole, it's Ncaa. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Right back to the well. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was second and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running back.
Drives inside. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on that. And the offense stays on the field on 4th and 1. I'm not sure they're just trying to make the defense jump. I believe they think they can get it. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Well, you got to have a lot of confidence in your offensive line to go forward in that situation of the field at this juncture of the game, but this head coach does, and his His offense shows you why. Great job up front getting some push, and the running back knew exactly where he needed to go.
He is snowed under nowhere to go, and it'll be second and long.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's second and 10. Brown wants to pass. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
On third and long, you know what's coming. It's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the fourth down.
Makes the catch at the 35. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. Swamped immediately.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Out wide right, it's Ford. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule, and what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
Third and 6 yards to go. Throwing Russell. He turns that loose down the right side. Oh, he's playing with fire, and he's picked off. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Not a lot of room there. Give them a couple to the 16.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard games just because of the body blow effect.
Brown will throw it. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Auburn to the line in a hurry. Rashad Downs going up top. He's going for the big play. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep balls.
Right side, it's Singleton. There he goes. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. A little floater there that falls incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, oh, I got to get my feet set. make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. He wants to throw it again. Got it behind the line. It's Ncaa. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Man, you got to love the safety's eyes on that play. He didn't get lost. He didn't get enamored with everything that was going on in front of him, playing pass down the field. He locked eyes on that running back, saw the screen develop, comes upfield, makes the play, makes the sound tackle.
Brown wants to pass. Left side, it's Johnson. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! Effective offense, leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Fielded in the end zone, it's Jenkins. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They go play action with Russell. Buying time to his right. Out wide right, it's Rodgers. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
Wow, they've been waiting for that play, right? They haven't been throwing it a lot. They've been real sluggish. They've got no points on the scoreboard. And now they come up with an explosive play in the passing game to get them in a position to score some points here, hopefully a touchdown, before this first half closes out.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Russell. Fires to the wideout. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Another off throw from this quarterback, and they knew coming into the game if they were going to have success, they had to be efficient throwing the football, and they have not been that so far. Whether it's been pass pro, bad routes, bad throws, they're not getting it done right now through the air.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. They got it blocked just enough, and a good gain on that run.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Dropping back, it's Russell. Fires quickly. There he goes. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Keelan Russell throws to the wideout. Right side, it's Rodgers. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Finds his big tight end. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Handoff from the gun. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And this offense knew coming into the game, when they get to the red zone, it's going to be tough sledding because it's hard to run, especially against this physical defense. They're one of the top 5 defenses stopping the run. And you know at this area of the field, it's really tough to throw it. Let's see who the more physical side is.
Russell from the gun on 3rd down. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! Right on the money, makes the grab in the end zone. Getting set for the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. A 67-yard touchdown drive there. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Just enough time for one final play in this half. On the direct snap, it's Ncaa. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the 1st down. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, welcome into the Week 13 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. So many seasons on the line. We start with a look at the Pitt Panthers taking on the number 20 team, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16.
And it's Pitt coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week.
The Tide ready to roll on offense. They start this 3rd quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
Well, nice job there by the running back. They toss it to him, and he's able to kind of weave his way for a very good gain for this offense.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback keep. And they get to him early, and he'll be knocked down for a loss of 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
He's open on the right. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
Finds his man, it's Edwards. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. The run inside. It's Hill. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a 1st down for this offense.
Really put an offensive possession together here that's fun to watch. Like, it's fun to watch them own the line of scrimmage, be physical. In this area of the field, this is what they call the fringe, right outside the red zone. It's kind of your last opportunity to take shots, take advantage of the extended space on the field before you get cramped in the red zone. So I look for this offense to be aggressive.
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They'd love nothing more than to take advantage of that early second-half turnover and cash in and tack a little bit more onto this lead. Way off target there.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
They'll need a bunch on second down. The give, it's Ncaa. Plows through the defense. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
Well, it's third and short. They're throwing for it. They just can't come up with that one. Setting up a big decision now for the head coach on fourth down.
Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. Catches it at the 30. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw it.
He's got it inside the 30. His defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. This is an explosive attack, and that last big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 26. Keeping his eyes downfield. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
It's inside. It's Hill. Driven back.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
From the gun on third down, Keelan Russell. Out wide left, it's 4. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
That is a play the offense absolutely had to have. They're trailing, right? This is a big third down, but what a great job by the QB and his target being on the same page, hooking up for that big-time play.
Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. On the move. Turning it on. Past the 50. The 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. That one will give them the lead.
I mean, talk about hard to stop. Like, so many weapons, so much speed, and then your quarterback is going to go 50-plus. Defensive coordinators, that's why nobody wants to play defense anymore or coach defense. You want to be on the offensive side of the football because otherwise you got to defend weapons like these that are just weapons of mass destruction.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Straight ahead, it's Hill. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. They pick up a 5.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Russell on play action. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Unloads to the wideout. Out wide right, it's Rodgers. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Throwing Russell. Incomplete. They fought for it, but it just squirted harmlessly to the ground. After the incomplete pass, there is a player still down, and they'll come out to check on him. You hate to see an injury any time. Holly's going to keep an eye on that and get us up to date on what the situation is. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. To the air, it's Russell. A strike downfield. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Again, it's Russell. Stepping to the right. Unloads it left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Alabama! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Man, the defensive coordinator is pulling his hair out on the sidelines after that one because they had everybody covered initially. They just couldn't get home to the quarterback. He had over 5 seconds to throw that football. The defense has to do a better job affecting the QB moving forward, or they're going to get lit up in this game.
And he added the extra point. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. pulls it. Now the pitch. He steps out of bounds, and that'll be the end of quarter number 3. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. So the final period starts with a second down play. Right side, it's Kane. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Brown will throw it. Oh, pressure's coming. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
This has been a bit of the story of this game so far, is this quarterback's running ability and whether or not the defense can stop them. They got the play there. They were able to get a sack, rally to him, and get one of the faster quarterbacks you'll see in college football down on the ground. This guy already has over 40 rushing yards in this game, so he has had some success, but I think a big key now moving forward is how does this defense stop him?
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it, and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. Out wide right, it's Hill.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on. That time made a real good decision. And I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back, because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. He looked like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Russell unloads to the right. It's caught. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. They'll send the tight end in motion. Running inside, it's Riley.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Sends it back in motion. With the catch, it's Ford. Breaks into the open. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
There's a reason you drag the record books to the recycle bin in a rivalry game. Upsets, and we've got one looming. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Oh, and you just feel kind of like that's a little bit of a missed opportunity. He had him open, and he just overshot it a little bit. Man, those sting.
If you can't win it all, you might as well try to ruin things for your rival, and that's exactly what we've got working here. Right down the middle. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And they say history repeats itself, and the Iron Bowl is coming down to a long field goal again. And he got it! They take the lead here in the fourth.
All field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the fourth quarter to take the lead, they just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights with all of the pressure, with all the eyeballs on him. He delivered.
Auburn's offense headed out to go on the attack. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Brown wants to pass. Left side, it's Johnson. Still running at the 40. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Right side, it's Nimrod. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Ncaa. He's got... Oh, it's a fumble. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of it.
Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front, establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. From the gun. Rush is on. Trying to buy time. Slides to the ground. He got away and picked up the first down on a 2nd and long.
It's the fourth quarter. Every second counts, right? It's a one-possession game. We're chasing the QB. He scrambles around, does such a great job getting positive yards, keeping this drive alive. We need to score badly. We've got to keep drives alive like this. Wonderful job.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Ncaa. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
Wide right, it's Johnson. Oh, he's got some space. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. So the opportunity with a touchdown here to take a fourth quarter lead. They'll run it with Bryson Washington. Touchdown, Auburn! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Well, and the offense shows you what they're made of. They're scoring the touchdown. They take the lead with only seconds to go, and now it's on the defense to ice this thing when they take the field.
And the extra point is good. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Keelan Russell. He's got the back in the middle. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Back to pass, it's Russell. Here comes the heat. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming, and there it is. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. This will be the last play of the game and the last chance they have maybe to win it at the gun. Russell from the gun on third down. He wants a big play here late. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it. Since 1893, this game has meant more to the fans in the state of Alabama than any other sporting event, and the toilet paper will fly at Toomer's Corner. The Eagles will fly, and it is an orange and blue game as Auburn takes down the Tide in the Iron Bowl. That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.